Hi guys, so from Time here. Sorry for the delay in this weekly recap. This will be for the last week, so this does not include this week's. This is us. This is from the end of February to the beginning of March, but there's only 3 shows I'm recapping today. Um, Gotham, season 5, episode 8. Yes, 8. 8. 8. 8. Episode 8. Nothing shocking. The Orville season 2 episode 8 or 9, Identity Part 2, and The Walking Dead season 9 episode 12, Guardians. So Gotham, Donal Logie. Holy smokes. That's how I'm going to start this recap. That man gave such a great performance in this episode. So I'm going to start with the backup things first, Penn came back as the ventriloquist with Scarface the dummy. That was creepy, but then it kind of got a little funny when the penguin just blew the dummy's head off. That's the best way I could put it. That I was not expecting. But him and Ed take down Penn, the ventriloquist, and everything. This was, let's show you new villains, but kill them. Except for one, which was one that Alfred and Bruce found. Because we don't know where Jeremiah's body is anymore, but they basically have to go find this guy who got taken into the sewers by a certain croc that likes to kill. So that was that. And then came the big one. Basically, they have to find, she's known as Jane Doe, because people keep, being transformed and everything, including Barbara at one point. And basically, you find out that Harvey and his old partner, who was originally done, and Harvey's old partner was killed by Jane Doe as Harvey, that they messed up really bad. Really, really bad. But Donal Logie just owned this episode. Identity Part 2 of the Orville. I knew Ty and Isaac were going to be part of the reason they survived. However, I did not expect Yaphet. The P Corner is now a thing because, spoiler alert, last night the P Corner came back. So basically what happened was they're all stuck in the bay, but Yaphet is obviously tiny enough to go through vents. And I thought Talia was going to come back for a second. The krill that infiltrated the ship and fell in love with that and everything. They decide Gordon and Kelly are going to be the ones that go when they can get this frequency jammed. And they try sending out a message, but they end up killing Tony Almeida from 24. They get a hold of, while they can get Kelly and Gordon out, Ty and Yaphet get it so that they can, get out as well as send a message. I couldn't think of how I was going to word that sentence. But Isaac, because his superior keeps telling him, he makes him download Brutes and is like, why did you choose the name Isaac? And he's like, Isaac Newton, blah, blah, blah. And is like, you got to remember where you're from. And when his superior's like, you have to kill Ty, he's like, ha, 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 rips his superior's head off, saves Ty, but then is like, I have to basically kill all my people aboard. In the middle of this big fight with all the other Kalons, thankfully Kelly and Gordon get the krill to join them. And in the end, Yaphet's the one that saves Isaac because he fried one of the Kalons and he was able to rework Isaac. And Isaac woke up, he's like, I've been asleep for this long. So I don't know how much he remembers or doesn't remember. But Claire was like, we need to work this out. Forgiveness takes time, but it will happen, basically. And then, got Beta in The Walking Dead. We got Beta. Ryan Hurst, first off, is one of the funniest people on Twitter. I cannot wait for him to show up on this couch on The Talking Dead next week because he's hilarious. Second off, he's a genius. He apparently walked in and was like, I want bits and pieces of everybody's costume. So basically, Michonne finds out that our neighborhood-friendly Judith has been talking to Negan and vice versa, and doesn't want that to happen, and Judith kind of sasses her out. Gracie is adorable because, you know, I love that all these kids are growing up. But Michonne then goes to Aaron's house because they find out that she's been vetoing stuff right and left without talking to the council, and since Aaron, I guess, is like the head of the council, goes to Aaron's house and is like, Gracie, is Daddy home? And he's like, what's up, Michonne? And she's like, yeah, we're going to do the fair. The fair keeps giving me a hyperventilating attack. It ends Compendium 3. That's all I've read of the comics. So I have no idea I know a little bit of what's going on going forward, but like, what's going on? So the fair is 2 days away. And there's only 4 episodes left. And apparently there's not just the Whisperers roaming around the place. Apparently the headless stick figure, which we all thought was the Whisperers, which is the figure that looks like a messed up A, is apparently these other people. And Maggie's teasing her return. What is going on? I think we're getting the Michonne backstory this week, BT. No, we're not getting the Michonne backstory this week, probably. Because you got to see the epic fight known as the Daryl and Beta fight. So any to the who, Connie, Dog, and Daryl, which, by the way, when the dog broke the arrow, that was a mess up and they kept it in. Ha 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 ha. They go after Henry and Lydia. Because Lydia's kind of lying, but Henry messes up, and that's how we got introduced to Beta. And then we find out how sick Alpha is. We finally see one of her first kills of this year. And how it winds up on the spike. And we realize she's kind of been like this her whole life. I'm not going to go into that because that's creepy. Ryan Hurst is really tall. That's all I'm going to say. And they're both really awesome, him and Samantha Morton. But basically, again, we're finding out bits and pieces of what happened to make them no longer friends. And Rosita. Wow, I was thinking of The Talking Dead. Rosita tells Gabriel it's Sadiq's kid, and Eugene's like inserting himself into this quadrangle, like, you got to step up for this kid, blah, blah, blah. So then, like, Eugene's looking out at Rosita and Sadiq and Gabriel, and I'm like, what weird quadrangle is this? But anywho, Daryl and Connie end up dressing up as one of the Whisperers and getting Henry and Lydia, I forget, it's only been like 5 days, and Lydia back. Beta, 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 beta. Kids, tell I'm really excited for Beta. But let me know what you all thought down in the comments down below. Also, hashtag renew the Orville season 3. Make that known. Thank you. Please like and subscribe and have a good one, guys. Bye.